How to become more confident with women. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about how to become more confident with women. So if you lack confidence with women, the first thing that I just want to let you know is that there's no need to feel this way. They are just human like you, they're people, they are nothing to be feared, they're nothing scary. But you may have built them up in your head to be that way. Especially the ones that you find really, really attractive and really, really beautiful. So basically, when you come into contact with a woman who you find really attractive, just imagine that you're talking to a girl or to a friend who you don't find attractive. And hopefully that little tip will help soften the blow and stop you from being too overly anxious and nervous. So the first big tip I have on how to become more confident with women is to ask yourself, what are your biggest insecurities with women? What is it that is making you so nervous? What is it that is making you so afraid? Sometimes being simply aware of things can really, really help the situation. So if you think about it, you think, okay, well, why am I really insecure around women, especially ones that I'm really interested in and the ones that I find really attractive? You might think, well, the reason why I'm insecure is because I feel quite inferior to them in some way. That might be a reason. You might feel like, oh, they're so beautiful, they're so gorgeous, they will never want to hang out with me, they'll never want to go out on a date with me. And you may have all this negative chatter in your head that are saying these things to you, and it's making you feel insecure. When you know why you feel insecure, you can work on those things. So if you think, well, I'm feeling really inferior and that's why I'm becoming insecure, then you know that, okay, this is what I need to work on. I need to get rid of this feeling of inferiority. So you can, look up videos on it. You can find information on how to have less of an inferiority complex. So something that I used to think was, because I used to be really insecure around women as well, especially the ones I was attracted to. I used to think, well, they just seem so perfect. Everything, they look perfect. The way that they dress is perfect. Everything about them seems perfect. So one of the things that really helped me was actually thinking about it more seriously. Like, is everything about them perfect though? Like, really? Are they really perfect? Then perhaps it's good to become aware of their flaws. So think, okay, so what actually is this person not good at? Is there something that this woman is saying that is really ridiculous? Or perhaps she's treating other people poorly, or perhaps she doesn't treat people poorly at all, but she lets other people walk all over her. So you can look at these things, look for the flaws, and that will help you feel less insecure. Now, this doesn't mean that you will go up to her and start pointing out her flaws to her. That's obviously not a good idea, but it's good for you to make you feel less inferior when you are in her presence, because we're all human. I can guarantee it, she does have some flaws. No one is perfect. No one acts perfectly all the time. No one says things perfectly all the time. And once you understand that and you become aware of it, and then you can start picking it up from other people, especially those women you find or who you think is really perfect, that will help. That will help you feel less inferior. You think, oh, they're just a human being like me. So my next tip on how to become more confident with women is taking care of yourself and taking care of your body. So this means eating the right foods. This means giving your body regular exercise, being proud of your appearance, wearing clothes that you feel confident in, taking care of yourself, making sure that you treat yourself as if you are someone of worth. So this could be, you make a nice dinner for yourself instead of just eating like a bowl of cereal or something. This was something that I used to do. Like, I couldn't be bothered to make myself dinner, so I would just, make a bowl of Cheerios or something, because I didn't feel like I was worth anything. I didn't think I deserved to cook myself a nice meal. So start doing those things for yourself. Start treating yourself well and have more respect for yourself. Take pride in your appearance. Another thing that you can do is to stop this negative self-chatter in your head. I recently made a video on how I made my life better, and I go into this in detail. So I highly recommend that you go and watch that video. But basically, when I used to really suck at dating and I felt really inferior around the women that I liked and around, a lot of people in general, I felt very, very inferior to most people. One of the things that I did to change that around was I stopped having negative chatter in my head. I became aware of the negative chatter in my head and transmute the negative chatter into something more positive. So I would catch myself from saying something bad about myself to myself. So you might be going about your day thinking, oh, this girl will never ever like me, or no one wants to be my friend, or I feel like such a loser, I have no confidence, I'm always insecure. If you're having these kinds of thoughts in your head, become aware of them. And when you become aware of them, that's when you can switch it up to something more positive. Like, let's say, oh, I feel really insecure around people. And it's like, well, is that true? Do I feel insecure around people? And you might think, well, yeah, I do, but not with everyone. I don't feel insecure around everyone. So basically just switch up that negative chatter and become more aware of it. Become more aware of your thoughts and what they are doing. If you feel unconfident and if you feel sad, then you're probably giving off that vibe. You've probably got, if you feel sad about yourself, and you feel depressed, you're probably, looking down. You're probably not really looking people in the eyes when they talk to you. And that's what happens when you feel insecure. So become aware of that. Become aware of that behavior and those thoughts that are running in your head. And when you become aware of it, that will help you to change it. So my next tip on how to be more confident with women is to have a purpose that has nothing to do with women. So when I talk to people, sometimes their main goal is to find a girlfriend and to attract that special lady into their lives, which, is a fair goal. But sometimes this is all that they are looking for. All they want is to get a girlfriend. And because this is their main primary focus, they are actually letting other areas of their life slide. They don't have anything outside of this pursuit of women. So don't make women your primary pursuit. Perhaps you want to get some fitness goals. Perhaps you want to start your own business. Perhaps you want to get ahead in your career. Perhaps you want to start a project. Have other areas of your life that you are working towards and not just your dating life. Become less passionate about finding a girlfriend and attracting a girl and become more passionate about other areas of your life. Become passionate about something else. Because if your primary focus is about getting a girl to like you or finding the girl of your dreams, if that's your primary focus, of course you're going to be really insecure when you're around girls that you like. Of course you're going to be insecure around the girls that you go on dates with because you're trying so hard and this is your sole focus to get a girlfriend. And if that's your sole purpose is to get a girlfriend, you're going to get yourself worked up about it. So have other areas that you are creative in. Have other areas that you are passionate about. And if you start getting passionate about other areas, and if you start to have successes in other areas of your life, you will start to feel more confident. Because usually when you become confident in one thing, you start to become more confident in other areas as well. So if you land that job promotion that you've been wanting to get, or if you've been getting really good grades at school because that's what you've been focusing on instead of girls, you will have a higher self-esteem and better confidence. And therefore, when you do go out on a date with a girl, or you are in the presence of a woman that you find really, really beautiful, you will feel less inferior because you've got other things going on in your life that you're succeeding at and that you're doing well at, or at the very least, you are improving at. So that goes into my next tip on how to be more confident with women, which is to make improvements and keep a record of your improvements. So I'll show you a picture here of my schedule for next week. Basically, this is what I write down in terms of my career and the things that I want to get done with my body, so I can track my progress. And as you can see, I have like some little boxes that I like to tick. I make these boxes just so I can show if I've actually done it or not. So when I look back on the week, I will be able to see what I've done, if I've accomplished things, and I'll know how to do better next week. So when I make my plan for the week after, I will know what I need to be doing and I'll know what I need to improve upon, or if I need to do more, or if I need to do something else but in a better way, in a more improved way. Because if you want to get more confident with women, if you want to become better at any area of your life, these things are gradual and they take time. You're not going to become really confident with women just by watching this one video. You're not going to become more confident in other areas of your life overnight. It's going to take time and it's going to take repetition and it's going to take gradual improvements over time. So start keeping a record of your improvements. confidence. And that way, if you keep a record of how much you do each week, you'll be able to see and look back on how far you have come. And that gives you confidence because you'll be able to see how much you've grown. And the reason why this is good with confidence and getting confident with women is because if you know that you're improving every day or every week or every month, and you can see that, then you'll be able to have more confidence. You'll feel better about yourself because you're accomplishing your goals, you're getting things done, and that will spread into your love life as well. If you become confident at one thing, it spreads into other areas. So my next tip on how to be more confident with women, and I've talked about this quite a lot recently, and that is doing things that are good for you. So something that is not good for you is something that probably gives you instant gratification, but you regret it later. So if you do a lot of acts and a lot of things that you regret, you're going to have a poor self-image. You're going to have a poor self-esteem. But if you do things that are good for you, that you are happy that you have done, you're going to feel better about yourself. So for example, let's have a look at your past weekend. What did you do on the weekend? Were you happy with the things that you did on the weekend, or do you feel bad about it? Do you regret it because, let's say, maybe you wasted a lot of time, or perhaps you ate too much junk food so now you feel really sluggish, or perhaps you drank too much and it felt good in the moment, but days later or the day after, or perhaps even the moment after, you regret that you did it. So what you want to do in order to have a higher self-esteem is to do more things that you don't regret than things that you do regret. So no one usually ever regrets a workout. No one ever usually regrets doing something that helps improve their life in some way. But if you do things that are instant gratification and you do end up regretting them, that's going to lower your self-image. You're going to be thinking to yourself, oh, why do I always self-sabotage? Why do I always ruin things for myself? Why do I always say I'm going to do one thing and then do something else the next minute? You know, if you have that kind of negative chatter, it's going to tarnish your self-esteem and your confidence with women. If you do end up doing something you regret, don't beat yourself up about it. You're only human after all. But try to get better. Try to improve yourself. Try to not do that again in the future. And even if you do it again in the future, don't beat yourself up about it. Just get back on the horse and do more things that you don't regret. Because I think we all instinctively know the things that we should be doing. We know the things that we should be working on. So all you need to do to gain more self-esteem, to gain more confidence, and to have more confidence with women is to do more of those things that you know you should be doing. And again, if you don't, if for whatever reason you end up self-sabotaging, just brush it off as experience. Don't beat yourself up about it and get back on the horse and do it again the next day or whenever you get the time to. Anyway guys, I hope you liked this video on how to gain more confidence with women. If you have any tips yourself, then please leave them down in the comments below so we can help each other out. Please like this video, please subscribe, and if you would like help with me personally and you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. And I shall talk to you guys again very soon. Goodbye guys.